What did you guys think about the One Piece live action? I wasn't feeling it. All right, continuing watching this video about food, y'all.
Which is better, the salt or the mayonnaise sauce? I'm scared to take another bite. It's so hot. I'm gonna go for it. So hot. I'm fighting for my life. I just love that like smoky sauce, the creamy mayonnaise, and then of course the bonito flakes add that additional.
So let's keep theories where you
Water with. Excuse me.
I think that it's worth pointing out of the dead. I just always medium ever. Would make him
Some curry.
A time capsule.
Fate itself.
Lemon
By
peel.
not only creating the dragon devil food,
Peel as well.
consume it and
Food,
leaves
Puerto Rican
himself.
specifically.
Prioritize the
To be able-
This is why initially he wanted to these souls of the dead, but Koi that climbed the waterfall.
Sorry about
all
that.
of this would monkey, a dragon,
Off the menu for fast.
fruit of destruction incarnate. He shouldn't give in to it entirely.
Okay.
To me, also a dragon.
I'm cooking.
And really, the short answer is also pretty fun. But yeah, guys, with that being said, I hope you leave your thoughts in the comment section below.
With Chewy.
Do this, and then we're gonna just put them.
Because of the drums, they're over here playing Rock Band on the strongest and most beautiful. Simultaneously, dragons being depicted
We're
in this
going
volume.
to
I feel like we can start to see
it
why
like
Hancock
this.
and her sisters were candidates
So
for
with
the
bell
Empress
peppers,
position, were
you
targeted
wanna-
and enslaved by
I'm gonna
such
make this into like a small die thing that I'm going to have that's a little big.
and I do hope that, but if Moria
Cut
comes
this
to
in.
Cross Guild or with the, somebody says, hey Moria, have you heard about Kaido? Did you hear what Luffy did? Next one. This is a small one, but Oda does confirm
It's not gonna
the
come out
name.
perfect.
Alanda Wano, there are some online, and she becomes
Taxes was so
voice actor back then. Robin just going full flaps to the wind.
serious World Mega Evolve Pokemon. Pokemon Legend ZA. Evolve your experience.
One that's banned and actually got a hold of. Huh? Since when has that ever been a thing in One Piece, right, dude? I'm already over here trying. I feel like.
Well, I am in the kitchen.
2025 anyway. And to kick things off, I kind of want to say that this doesn't feel exact. Yes, in Harry theorize about and get very
That.
with weapons. We do see rations out here. Hockey just stays there permanently.
So we're gonna cook this with olive oil, guys.
Like the black hockey that we
So,
see. And to be fair,
we're just gonna make a little bit.
The best way I can describe it, a lot of the fish that you have usually, like if you look at like a kami and tuna, right? It's like literally falls apart in your mouth. There's no intramuscular tendon in it whatsoever. This, on the other hand, has a lot of density. It's very chewy, but in a nice way. It's got a nice bounciness to it. Flavor-wise, it's pretty mellow actually. Not fishy. There's like a boldness to it. There's some sort of an aftertaste. I'm hoping that's not poison. That would be awesome if it wasn't. But all things considered, out of all the fishing, honestly, I wouldn't seek this out. There's so many other pieces of fish I would eat before this. I would probably put this at a solid B. It's a nice fish, but it's certainly not my first pick. Moving on, keeping on with the seafood, we continue down to the market for a quail egg stuffed baby octopus, or taco tamago. Normally I like my octopus grilled, but this being cooked down, letting all that sweet soy glaze get absorbed into the little suction cups and the body of the actual squid is really nice. I don't think the quail egg adds that much. I can honestly do without it. It's fun, but not really a necessity. But the octopus itself is surprisingly tender, not chewy. It's got a great texture. But out of all the things that we've had today, like I would put it at a solid B tier. Out of all the octopus dishes I've had though, it's not in the top, but it is good. I'm a fan. Moving. Next up are these sweet potato chips. Say told me that they're gaining in popularity, so I figured I'd give them a taste. They look incredible. I love how thin they are, but like ultimately it's just a sweet potato chip. I see people walking around eating these. I'm like, how good could it really be? I will say they're seasoned nicely. Cheers. I see why people like them so much. I think people are not used to getting things that are seasoned properly, so the fact that this is seasoned properly is adding a whole nother level to it being good. And I think because they're so so substantial. One chip is like 3, 4, 5 bites. It's like a whole meal in a cup. I like it. I'm into it. This is honestly worthy of an A tier. There aren't many chips that I think are worthy of an A tier, but this one definitely is. Moving on. Time for a heavy hitter. For years, we've seen this item jiggling about on Instagram. It is the jiggly Japanese cheesecake. I have
Not the
always
jiggly.
wanted to try this. I'm incredibly excited, and I gotta be honest, it looks just as perfect as I thought it would. But how does it taste? It's light, there's a creaminess to it. It's very lightly sweetened. One of the things I like about Japan is that they don't over-sweeten their desserts. Their desserts are actually very mellow on sugar levels. They focus a lot on the flavor. But texture-wise, it's kind of like almost eggy, and it just feels like baked meringue with very, very little flavor. This is more novelty than it is like a mind-boggling experience, if I'm being honest with you. I feel like a lot of people come and eat this and they hype it up, they hype it up, they hype it up. Oh, it's the greatest thing I've ever had. Get out of here. There's not much going on. Honestly, I'm gonna put this at a D. I'm sorry, I don't think it's that great. If I waited in line for this and I ate this, I would be pissed. This is a country full of some of the greatest food in the world. Don't waste your time with this. Go somewhere and find something maybe a little bit more local. Wow. Honestly, this might have been one of the most disappointing bites in the last 5 years of my life. I'm just gonna be flat out with you guys. And we only have 4 more items remaining before I choose my favorite S tier. Will any of these 4 dethrone the current S tiers? On to one of our most viral items here in Japan. You can't walk down the street without seeing this everywhere. The 10 yen coin. It's essentially kind of like a grilled cheese. It's got a lot of buzz, it's got a lot of popularity, but so far, they're not doing so good with overhyped food. So, how does it stand? Honestly, this is one that's actually worth the hype. You've got sort of like this very soft, crisp on the outside, super soft and fluffy on the inside pancake, and the cheese has like a really nice, creamy, light, cheesy flavor. This is fun. I like this one. I like cheese. Like, look how cheesy it is. I mean, it's crazy. This is so phenomenal. I'm actually a big fan of it. I'm gonna put it in an A tier. I don't think it's S tier worthy. I've definitely spent some time going and getting it. Moving on. Another viral item surprisingly meets the hype. Now moving on to try these Chinese pork buns. I know this has been an unusual one, right? Because this is a Chinese dish. We're in Japan. This is Japanese street food. But let me tell you something. We're doing things that are viral in many parts of the global hemispheres that exist. Think about it this way. What you know is viral, what the American people know is viral is one thing. But what the Japanese people know is viral would be this. If you are Japanese and you live in Japan, you likely know and love 551. They really keep the name simple here. I can respect that. Mustard. You'll never really find a Chinese person doing this, but the Japanese suggest it. Cheers. That's a banger. Oh my god. I will say the mustard opens up your sinuses, dude. I smell smells I didn't even smell before, but now I smell them. The dough is so soft, it's so light, it's so delicate, it's so fluffy. Great chew. The filling is also very delicate as well. It's bouncy, it's got good chew, but not only is it like the fatty, traditional meat that you would expect inside of something like this, but I like how tender it is. It like melts in your mouth. It's seasoned perfectly. It's got like onion in it. You can see a whole sauteed onion. And out of all the bao I've had, I really like this. Out of the things that we've had thus far, this is a banging S tier. It's so funny to have a Chinese dish in a Japanese street food video as an S tier, but it's an S tier. It's really good. But will it beat our other items? We'll decide in a bit, but now we are on to 2 of the most viral items I've seen on all of the internet. I'm sure you've seen this guy before, but if you haven't, he literally torches bluefin tuna with his bare hands. He dunks his hands in ice water in order to increase the endurance he has against the heat. It's a pretty incredible show. Unfortunately, we got
Time.
and thankfully, we had an audience.
Alright, I'm about to take these pieces of chicken out. Because like I said, we're just trying to get color on them.
Casey is kind enough to let us have a bite so we don't miss the bite. So thank you, Casey. We appreciate you. I'm going to pick a small piece because I don't want to steal too much from you guys. Wow, okay. It's way better than I thought it was going to be. I'm thinking like, this is some blah, blah, blah. No, it's actually very good. It's got like a smoky barbecue richness. It almost has a beefy quality to it.
Let's take these pieces of chicken out. Because like I said,
All in all, this joins the ranks as an A tier, and we have 1.
we're just trying to get color on them.
This has to be the item that's blown up the most. If you've ever
Alright, we're just trying to do that. So, I got a tray prepared on the side. I'm about to bring this to medium heat. Yeah, like, these are pretty good.
With Chewy, get their meal
So,
plan that's delivered fast.
We're going to add in,
A senior formula to help with his
wow!
and hey,
way faster than I thought it would, to be honest with you. You can have street food in Japan anywhere. We're in a deer park. We We have deer. I have mochi. This is mine. No, this is mine. You can't have this. Yes, bow. Bow. You can't eat this. I can't give it to you. Okay, all right, he gave up. We're gonna try it. Here we go.
Right? Oh, I'm scared now. You're really close.
You're very calm for being scared. I would have ran. Really phenomenal. First of all, perfect chew. So smooth. And also soft. A lot of people in America have never had like truly fresh mochi. They're used to like almost like a very hard, waxy mochi. This, on the other hand, is like a pillow. You like bite into it and it's so soft. It's almost like you're laying into like one of those like 5 million count thread Egyptian pillows, but in your mouth.
The mochi being pounded at the shop, it's not really a show for people to watch. They do it while the mochi is still steaming hot because they want to achieve this really soft, beautiful texture.
And then you have that beautiful sweet bean paste in the center, the toasty, roasty soybean flour on the outside. This is a phenomenal bite. We're being over here.
We're going to. Alright.
This one is truly worth the hype. Fresh mochi is incomparable.
We're gonna add the garlic real quick.
Wonderland you truly cannot replicate without that craftsmanship that it takes to pound that mochi over and over and over every single day. That's gonna create something that is truly unique and delicious. I wish I had it near me. But wait, we didn't finish here. What was the best S tier item? We got this list. Here's all the S tiers. Looks great, but for me, the best one I had, and the one I think I'm gonna seek out the next time I come to Japan, is the Okonomiyaki curry pon. That one was crazy.
Is
Myself is so obsessed with Japanese food, and
a
it's
fr-
country perfects everything. It's a true commitment to making food delicious, and only a place with people with big hearts and attention to detail can do that. And it's earned them a place in the Food Hall of Fame. Subscribe. Love you. Bye.
So you're coming to Tokyo, but you don't know where to begin. World's biggest city. Where to go, what to see, and of course,
when I first started researching for this trip to China, I found so many amazing places that it was hard to narrow it down. But some of the places looked almost too good to be true. Especially with all the AI stuff that's out there now, it's hard to tell what's real and what's real but maybe enhanced by AI. So in this video, we're going to be traveling to 5 different places that looked almost unbelievable the first time I saw them online. To see if, 1, they actually look the same as they do on the internet, and 2, to see what the experience is like of actually traveling there beyond the Instagram aesthetic. How cool is this? You can walk under the balls. Don't you need more attention in your life? Just get there robotically.
I'm pretty sure I said never again. Where until
We'll start the trip in Shanghai with the world's first and only 5-star underground hotel. Then we'll travel to a fairy tale village perched on a cliff.
They built the perfect town.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's really good in there. From there, we'll make our way to the real-life place that inspired the floating mountains in the movie Avatar.
The Avatar Mountains are magnificent, but I will say.
Then we'll visit an ancient city perched on top of a waterfall.
This might be one of the most epic dinner spots we've ever had. We're sitting here, and that's the view.
Then back to Shanghai for a bit of a curveball. Kara really wanted to visit this place, so I had to find a way to work it into a video. This is a spa that you can stay at for up to 24 hours that costs less than $200 and has unlimited caviar and like way more. Does it still look like that?
Yeah.
I cannot get over this. So join us on a massive adventure around China as we explore some of the most unbelievable places this country has to offer. Start the trip. We are in Shanghai at the world's first and only 5-star underground hotel. We are currently 300 feet below ground in an abandoned rock quarry. This is the photo that inspired this trip, and since then we've learned that this is the Intercontinental Shanghai Wonderland. This hotel took 12 years to build, cost over $500 million, and it was designed by one of the same architects who designed the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world that's located in Dubai. When you stay here, you can choose from a bunch of different room types, but we booked the underwater suite, which is located on the very bottom floor. And these were our first impressions when we checked in last night.
We're living in an aquarium.
I genuinely thought it was a projector.
Charlie, you're here. We're here. We can basically touch while we're sleeping.
You should put your heads up essentially.
That's pretty good.
It's less of an underwater room and more of an aquarium room. Then shortly after checking in, we came back outside to watch the light show that's projected on the cliffs surrounding the hotel.
That's dope.
This is way more impressive than I thought it was gonna be.
That's fucking dope, yo. China looks fucking dope.
So the plan for today is to explore the rest of the hotel and make it over to the theme park that's located on the edge of the cliff. I think there might be bungee jumping, and if there is, the goal for today is to convince Charlie to do it because he's scared of heights.
Is the rope swing open?
Communicating being a Google Translate isn't the easiest thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Down for that? Way better than what we thought. So we were a bit hesitant on the theme park because it looks very kid focused, but there is one adult experience that I think will be worth paying the entrance fee for.
Alright, first activity. There you go.
The best thing is how is this for your fair heights, Charlie? Not too bad because of the scratch spots. The glass bridge is a bit opaque. Oh, it's a bit better here. It's frosty. This is just making me think of all those videos that I've seen on Instagram where they have the fake cracking glass and people's lives are flashing before their eyes.
That would give people a heart attack.
Charlie, how do you feel that we're about to be jumping from this height? Genuinely not. Being here is like being in a dystopian future where everyone else has left the earth. And we're just here in this weird space as the only people left on the planet.
That's what it's giving. I felt that. That's fair.
The concession stand is closed. I don't think this drink fridge is on. What a strange place. I'm not okay.
I thought we were doing this because Charlie was scared. Charlie, I'm proud of you for doing it.
I'm doing it first.
I'm not sticking around at all. I'm a little more able to.
We did. That's not gonna leave.
What's he saying? He said it's broken, but it'll be okay. The equipment is tied on not loose. Very loose. Charlie, can you walk me through how you're feeling? I don't know what to expect, but I'm petrified. My bladder feels like it's about to pop open. It's very loose. Like very loose. Oh, is this not too loose? Is it okay? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. What do you mean?
What was I eating? Oh, yeah, honey.
Unfortunately, this is as close as we can get.
I really don't like this.
Yeah. You got this, Charlie! Oh, God! Oh, wow, you hate first!
He's so scared. He should dangle me there. How long are they going to let him dangle? I can't believe we have to do that. He's peeing his pants for sure. He's still peeing. He's echoing throughout the quarry right now.
I was adjusting and
I've done a
seasoning.
handful of swings in my time, thanks to Nate. I'm pretty sure I said never again when we were in Switzerland. This might affect our relationship with Charlie. Like, he might never travel with us again.
Yep, season and taste.
There she goes! One, I think Kara's scream louder than Charlie. This is one of those things that when I'm booking it sounds like a good idea until I have to do it. That would go. 1, 2, 3, go.
sitting down and I was like, oh, okay, I won't look down, and I was panicking. And then you start dropping and you look down. And I tell you what, there's a lot of slack in that right before it grabs you. And already the harness was like this. And so I was like sitting like this, it felt like.
Were your pants dry?
Yeah. But my baby's out.
Nice work. I'm seriously proud of you. Kara, I'm proud of you too.
Can we talk about the fact that I flipped backwards?
What?
Yeah, did you not see?
On purpose?
As soon as it caught me, I went like this.
No.
My legs were over my head.
What?
Yeah, like I don't even think words, like sound came out of my mouth when I flipped backwards because I literally was like,
Wow, what a cool view of the hotel.
I booked a neck and shoulder acupressure massage. I feel like I deserve this after the sleep I just did.
A few moments later.
That was so good.
There are a few more highlights in the hotel we want to share before we leave. First is this crazy waterfall light show that happens in the lobby 4 times per day. Who knew you could spell words with water? This elevator takes you down a glass waterfall in the middle of the hotel and has a glass floor. On the bottom floor, there's an underwater restaurant.
That is the biggest fish I've ever seen. That jellyfish tank is the coolest thing in this whole hotel. Look how magical. I could stare at this for hours.
We are currently en route to our next destination, and we thought it would be fun if after we visit each place, we rank it 1 out of 10. 1 being skip it, it's a total waste of time, and 10 being it's worth an entire trip to China just to come to this place. So what do you get the 5-star underground hotel?
Let me start by saying we had a blast. However, I'm gonna give it a 5.
Wow, more harsh than I expected.
I wouldn't skip it. I would think it's in the area that you're traveling. It's worth staying. Like the theme park, you know, we made the most of it, but it was weird.
I was gonna give it a 7, but now you're making me want to give it a 6.
Like I would feel bad if somebody made a whole trip just to go there because
For
it's
sure, don't do that. I'm gonna give it a 6, and I would say if you're in Shanghai, it's maybe worth going to spend 1 night there.
The light show is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Go see the light show, do the rope swing, and don't waste your money on an underwater room like we did. The aquarium was fun, but it felt a bit like a dungeon, and it was 4 times the price.
On the slope of enlightenment led Zoro to
At the entrance of Wangshan Village. This is the
a sword user, but not really a sword.
village is actually that beautiful in person, and what else there is to do here as travelers.
Quick tip, if you come here, bring a small bag. Lots of ups and downs. We're really going down a maze here. Are we ever gonna find this place again? This is awesome!
Yes.
So much cooler than I thought it was gonna be. Like, I just love all of these things.
We're about to go out and explore, but before we do, let me give you a quick room tour. In summary, it's perfect, but here is our living room. It's massive. All the amenities are included.
Sounds a little hard.
She's firm, but not like that way. There's gifts everywhere. Like we've got tote bags, toiletry bags. There's an amenity kit. I don't know if these are traditional, but we've got chairs that don't have legs and a cute little tea party setup. All right, the bathroom is
Half
gorgeous.
in the room and half out of the room.
Yeah, small detail that makes a big difference. Dyson hair dryer, a very nice shower, and last but not least, a bidet. I'm obsessed. Time to go explore.
So we just made our way down about 1,000 stairs, and I believe we are now officially in the village. When I first
So there's 2 ideas. One is the technological system.
I thought it was like, so we just made our way down about 1,000 stairs, and I believe we are now officially in the village. When I first saw this place, I thought it was AI. Then when I learned it was real, I thought it was like an ancient town in China.
Superiority of the Iron Cloud itself, but the other is a much more cutting sense of spiritual superiority. Hanchan was about genetic superiority, it was about material superiority, and here only the
I'm gonna move these around.
decided that he therefore had a spiritual advantage could not be overcome by a disgusting.
You see how it's kind of pulling away from the bone?
Tourism, and I think they achieved that goal.
It's basically like a town built for people who want beautiful Instagram photos. As long as you have Photoshop to take out all the other people. I'm just in the middle of this park. They have misters going in the background, and it is just stunning. And
That's what we want. So now we're gonna add the vegetable.
We're on this 5E street with all these restaurants.
We're gonna cook this for like just 30 minutes with the vegetables because we don't want the vegetables to get overcooked or anything.
These numbers, what are these numbers? They're very important numbers in Buddhism. And specifically with 108, it refers to the 108 Earth desires that humans must overcome before reaching enlightenment, which isn't.
Quick flavor test.
Combinations including pre-feeling, six senses and reactions and time frames that plugged in together spit out 108 numbers, which is why you may know that.
Apparently this is a 300-year-old traditional plum cake recipe that's supposed to be nice for like cozy winter nights. It's like crunchy on the bottom where it was sitting on that pan, and then it's got all these like mushy toppings with some toasted pistachio. The story continues. We think this is a form of a Chinese pancake. There was a layer of dough followed by an egg, and then there's onions, greens, cilantro, and then
So now we're gonna add the vegetables. Quick flavor test. All right.
What's with the gloves? I don't know, but I'm into it. Let me see if I get greasy fingers. It's really good. We must be all the food street because both sides are lined with restaurants, food stalls. There's so much to try, and I don't think we paid more than $3 for anything yet. What is this place? We just dug through a little alleyway and emerged in front of this waterfall. It's incredible.
It never ends. This guy was making this dough and then flattening it out and sticking it in this big brown oven, kind of like naan, like cooking it on the side. It's like a big pancake with mushrooms.
Mysterious quote woman named Casa who offered
But not mushrooms though. Maybe beans?
him an umbrella.
It was like
As for how well these
$2. You just can walk and be like, I'll try this, I'll try that. It's amazing. This is like my dream. We just found fried tofu. I've been looking for this dish because I read. I read that they hand make their tofu here and they use the natural spring water. How fun is that? Sorry, there's chili in my throat from the first bite. They topped it with chives and chili sauce, so I'm sure it is going to be delicious. Perfection.
It never ends. We've been walking and eating for the last hour. That whole thing is like $2.50.
This might be the best day of my entire life. No idea what this is. We walked by a lady frying tofu that was black on the outside, so we had to try it. She put garlic, cilantro, chili sauce, and some kind of broth.
And then we're going to add the aromatics. The aromatics include, you just want to steep it like a tea. And then
from giving it that label is that there are so many more locations that comfortably own that time. With Robinhood Gold.
It is impossible to capture how truly beautiful this place is at night. A lot of people, but if you don't mind crowds, it is stunning. And the camera is not doing it justice. As in, way out one of the very few white tourists in the whole I have no idea what is about to happen, but we just sat down for a traditional Chinese ear cleaning. I don't know how I feel about this. I do love a good Q-tip, so this could be the most enjoyable thing in my life. Oh, sorry on the outside. Ooh, ticklish. I'm so ticklish. I kind of love. Oh, I don't know about that. He's really getting in there. I think she's already getting too fat.
What's happening?
I can't tell. I think he's just stuck a metal stick in my ear.
Lucci Abdul and
through my eardrum because I'm laughing at Charlie.
I'm loving it. It's definitely sensitive at certain times, like that time. But like when it's not hitting like a pressure point that hurts, it feels so good. I just hope that like I'm not ruining my eardrum. We're just on the side of the road in China right now.
It concerns me that the locals find this so amusing. We're finishing off the ear cleaning with a massage. This will be the more enjoyable part. The whole experience has been like right on the edge of enjoyment. Enjoyment and pain. I asked whose ears were the dirtiest. I'd say it would definitely be mine. He also Google translated to Kara that she had congealed oil in her ear, which must be the translation for your ones.
I'm glad it's gone. Great experience. Honestly, 10 of 10. I would recommend it to anyone. I don't know how important it is to get your ears cleaned, but it was fun. Take care. I love China.
And now to end the night, we have to walk all the way to the top. We're staying like right there.
But it's not as far as other people have to go. There aren't many places to stay in the city. A lot of people have to park and then drive back to their place. So we got to stay until everything was closed.
Pretty much just us left on the streets.
Hey, before we give our final scores on Wang Shan, I have a quick confession. I really like eating healthy food, believe it or not. But sometimes you're in China for 7 weeks eating delicious fried and oily foods and their version of Pringles and Snickers.
Radish go well with this. The espresso definitely gives it a different flavor. Yeah, guys, this. The espresso definitely gives it a different flavor. But that video is done. 3:30, 3 minutes. Let's watch it. Let me see. I'm gonna mute all of it, to be honest, I think, because it's gonna sound funny, but let's see.
So let's do theories where you make
Water with. Excuse me?
I think that it's worth pointing out of the dead. I just always medium ever. Which would make him
Some curry.
A time capsule. Fate itself.
Lemon peel.
By not only creating the dragon double
Peel as well.
consume it,
Food, Puerto Rican specifically.
Prioritize the
To be able.
This is why initially he wanted to these souls of the dead. But Koi that climbed the waterfall is
Sorry about
all
that.
of this would monkey, eat dragon.
Off the menu for fast.
Fruit of destruction incarnate. He shouldn't give in to it entirely.
Pick,
Me. Also a draft.
I'm cooking.
And really, the short answer is also pretty fun. But yeah, guys, with that being said, I hope you leave your thoughts in the comment section below.
With Chewy.
Do this, and then we're gonna just put them.
Because of the drums, they're over here playing Rock Band on the strongest and most beautiful. Simultaneously, dragons being depicted
We're
in this
going
volume.
to
I feel like we can start to see
do it
why
like
Hancock
this.
and her sisters were candidates
So
for
with
the
bell
Empress
peppers,
position, were
you
targeted
wanna
and enslaved by
I'm gonna make this into like a small die thing that I'm going to have that's a little big.
And I do hope that, but if Moria
Cut
comes
this in.
across guild or with the, somebody says, hey Moria, have you heard about Kaido? Did you hear what Luffy did? Next one. This is a small one, but Oda does confirm
It's not gonna
the
come out
name.
perfect.
Land of Wano, there are some online, and she becomes...
Axis was so...
voice actor back then. Robin just going full laps to the wind.
Serious World Mega Evolve Pokemon. Pokemon Legend ZA. Evolve your experience.
One that's banned and actually got a hold of. Huh? Since when has that ever been a thing in One Piece, right? Dude, I'm already over here trying to...
Well, I am in the kitchen.
And to kick things off, I kind of want to say that this doesn't feel exact. Yes, in Harry theorize about it, and they're very
That.
with weapons. We do see Ragdoll's out here. Aki just stays there permanently.
So I got the biggest oil. And it's okay. We are just trying to take these pieces of chicken off. So like I said, we're just trying to get color on them. We're going to, alright, is,
with them.
oh, I forgot.
Seemingly being taken over to a certain
And then we're gonna add in this chicken
so it could just only be the case, I think, that when people eat on their
because we're gonna have to reduce this.
things and we lay
You see how thick that?
On the slope of enlightenment led Zoro to own a sword user but not really a sword. So there's two ideas. One is the technological support.
That's what we want. So now we're gonna add the vegetables.
Simple list of things to avoid.
Quick flavor test. And then we're going to add the aromatics. The aromatics include, you just want to steep it like a tea.
Stopping me from giving it that label is that there are so many more locations that comfortably Lucci are dual intent.
Yeah, guys, this. I hate my munching noise, but where can I get some time back? Maybe that way. Then that. Let's see. Let's see. Oh no, 3 minutes is back here. What the fuck? Ain't no way.
So let's in theories where you make
Water
some
with. Excuse me?
I think that it's worth pointing out of the dead. I just already.
I like the video.
Or we're living in a hotel or in a van or an airplane where options are limited. And it's times like these that I'm extra thankful for AG1, of course, who's the sponsor of this video. Nate and I have been carrying AG1 around the world for almost 6 years now, which is pretty crazy. And it's because it is pretty much the only healthy habit we've been able to consistently keep because it's so easy. AG1
So let's keep theories where you
Water with. Excuse me?
I think that it's worth pointing out of the dead. I just always medium ever. Which would make him
Some curry.
a time capsule. Fate itself.
Lemon
By
peel.
not only creating the dragon double
Peel as well.
consume it,
Food, Puerto Rican specifically.
prioritize the
To be able
This is why initially he wanted to see these souls of the dead. But Koi that climbed the waterfall is
Sorry about
all
that.
of this would monkey, a dragon.
Off the menu for fast.
Fruit of destruction incarnate. He shouldn't give in to it entirely. Me. Also a dragon.
I'm cooking.
And really the short answer is also pretty fun. But yeah guys, with that being said, I hope you leave your thoughts in the comment section below.
With Chewy.
Do this, and then we're gonna just put
Because
them.
of the drums, they're over here playing Rock Band on the strongest and most beautiful. Simultaneously, dragons being depicted
We're
in this
going
volume.
to
I feel like we can start to see
do it
why
like
Hancock
this.
and her sisters were candidates
So
for
with
the
bell
Empress
peppers,
position, were
you
targeted
wanna
and enslaved by
I'm gonna make this into like a small dough thing that I'm going to have that's a little big.
And I do hope that, but if Moria
Cut
comes
this in.
across guild or with
20 minutes later.
The big reveal.
Oh my gosh, I love it. You like it? I just love it. I made it.
And we got to smash some rice wine cups for good luck and a fresh start. That was good.
I'm gonna make this into like a small dough thing that I'm going to.
simultaneously, dragons being depicted in
We're
this
gonna make this into like a small dough thing that I'm going to have that's a little big.
And I do hope that, but if Moria
Cut
comes
this in.
across guild or with
That's a little big.
But if Moria
Cut
comes
this in.
across guild or with the somebody says, "Hey Moria, have you heard about Kaido? Did you hear what Luffy did?" Next one. This is a small one, but Oda does confirm.
It's not gonna
the
come out
name.
perfect. Big.
But if Moria
Cut
comes
this in.
across guild or with the this is a small one, but Oda does confirm.
It's not gonna
the
come out
name.
perfect.
Alanda Wano, there are some line, and she becomes.
Critiques first, score second.
So I love the look of the town. It is a fairy tale. The things I don't like is that everything's, I guess, artificial. But to finish on a positive note, the food's amazing.
It is Disneyland, like including a tour to experience it as Americans and Australians.
Even though it's touristy, it's not like annoying. I will say, despite all the things I love, this is the off season. So you could go rafting down this river that they've carved and made. You could go swimming. But those are closed now, and there are a few other places that have been closed in the city. So that's just kind of a bummer. That's our fault for being here at this time. It could be so much better. But I also cannot imagine more people than there are now. And I assume that there's double the people in the high season. So like I might prefer this. Are we ready for our scores?
9.
9!
9.5!
I know they don't like elaborate on Dancing with the Stars, but I feel like I need
This
to
is when the
elaborate.
music starts and Alfonso's like, okay!
Thanks, Julianne. I think I set the bar for 10 almost impossibly high, saying that it's worth an entire trip to China. This place is absolutely amazing. It's such a fun way to come and get to try so many different foods. The village is way better at night. Definitely come in the evening. It is a long way from Shanghai, but if you come to China, it's worth the long trip.
Wang Chai is a win.
Sean,
Wang Chan is a win.
we think. All right. See you at the next one. Next up, we're in Zhangjiajie National Park, and this
How long is
is
it
the
now?
location that inspired the
Hey.
floating mountains in Avatar.
Okay.
So in China, most of the big attractions that you go to, you don't actually
Less than 3 minutes now.
buy the ticket, you link it to your passport, and then you use your passport to get in, which is just a totally different system than we're used to.
before we head into the park, we are trying out some Chinese technology that I've seen all over the internet that I have super high expectations for. This is a robotic leg exoskeleton that's supposed to make it super easy to walk. What are you on? Maxed out. This is really cool. It feels ridiculous. You look ridiculous.
Well, I guess for
Okay, I'm gonna stop and how to take off.
How to take off?
Why would I ever need to take these off?
Oh, I thought you could take off like 2
You mean the take off?
Yeah.
You mean the take off? I mean take off your robot, not take off.
I am so excited.
You know what? We're not gonna export it yet. We're gonna make some covers on Canva, and then we're gonna add to it. But yeah, we finished this video, guys. Yeah. All right.
Oh my gosh. This
Share.
is insane.
Auto saved a minute ago.
Hey, look, little buddy.
It's like lifting up my leg.
Alright, try the steps.
I'm scared. I can't stop. I take a second to kick in.
Make a new video.
I feel like I can join the army. Alright.
All right, now we're going to do a video for the dashi, and then we're gonna make a video just for the chawamushi. We can do the dashi first.
Are we going right? Oh, shoot, I almost fell. Our first stop inside the park is the world's tallest outdoor elevator. There's still a lot of steps just to get to the elevator, so it's a fun time to test out the robot legs. I just feel out of control and ridiculous. The ticketing systems in China are wild. We use our passports to get in. That was facial recognition for the tickets that are connected to our passports.
Backwards is weird. It's pushing my legs backwards.
So this elevator is over 1,000 feet tall. It takes 2 minutes to get to the top, but the other option would be hiking, which would take 3 hours. So we're saving 2 hours and 58 minutes minus this super long line that we're waiting in.
20 minutes later.
Here we go. Front row.
Up we go.
Let's go.
Why is it just a wall? We're going so fast.
My ears just popped. Wow. That's amazing. That was not overhyped whatsoever. That was incredible. That's amazing.
Why is it just a wall? We're going so fast.
My ears just popped. That's amazing. That was not overhyped whatsoever. That was incredible.
And we're just gonna bring it to a simmer. We're
But a mouth stuffed full of Snickers and robotic legs.
all right, let's hear what I was saying.
And it's dependent on what location.
And we're just gonna bring it to a simmer. We're not going to let this fucking bring to a boil. We don't want that scum. We want a simmer, and once it starts simmering, we're gonna pick up the scum that collects on top. So first step, I'm gonna put some water in here, put it on the stove.
If that's not enough for you, and it's dependent on what location.
And we're just gonna bring it to a simmer. We're not going to let this fucking bring to a boil.
Loki as the
Fits well with
as
this
the
because it's
dragon, or that far off. Because I think that it is intuitive to believe that the sun god is the dragon. The way
Let's wash. Doing.
How long should a talking stage last?
I think it shouldn't last more than a month.
I'm thinking about an hour to 3 hours.
Like 3 months. I feel like if it's longer, then he's leading you on.
3 months max. If he doesn't want to be more after that, done.
Honestly, the fan translation of One Piece Chapter 1175 makes this incredible. Because the title of that chapter is Nidhogg.
So the next part, what we're doing, we're gonna be making dashi.
So the straightforward way.
The next part, what we're doing, we're gonna be making dashi.
So the straightforward way to
if
read
you guys
this
don't know
is
what
that
dashi
this
is,
title in
let's
this chapter is
see.
a confirmation of what Loki's devil fruit is, also confirms aspects of Loki's powers. But what if he is not the only thunder dragon
keep it on the low.
featured in the chapter? Oda draws Luffy once again catching
Keep it on the
lightning,
low.
and then infusing that.
All right, yeah,
in a
we're gonna be making
global
dashi.
booming
Dashi,
dawn.
we're gonna be using
If Luffy is actually a
Kambu.
dragon, it's also
We're gonna be using
dragon. In fact,
bonito
all of
flakes, and then we're gonna be throwing some of these little
prophecies we have yet
anchovies
to
as well
because
to
we've
build
been
up that
speculating
taste.
Loki-
The next part, what we're doing, we're gonna be making dashi. We're gonna be using
If Luffy is actually a dragon,
Kambu.
it's also
We're gonna be using
dragon. In fact, all
bonito
of
flakes, and then we're gonna be throwing some of these little
prophecies we have yet
anchovies
to
as well
because
to
we've
build
been
up that
speculating
taste.
Loki has powers in and it's dependent on what Loki.
And we're just gonna bring it to a simmer. We're not gonna let this fucking bring to a boil. We don't want that scum. We want a simmer, and once it starts simmering, we're gonna pick up the scum that collects on top. So first step, I'm gonna put some water on here, put it on the stove.
If that's not enough for you.
These are stanky. Yeesh.
The main way that he uses his ability.
Leave it simmering for too long.
Throughout this video, clouds which symbolically represent dreams. Well, what do clouds produce? Two aspects of the I also realize that we haven't mentioned all of this monkey D-Dragon most likely has a power of
And then some of these anchovies.
is supposed to bring all of this monkey D-Dragon most likely has a power of
leave it simmering for and then we're going to add some of these anchovies. Not too much though, I don't really want too pungent. Don't really want too pungent. And on top of that, we're gonna try one of these because you got to try those new things, right?
We also know that the gods of the world are the celestial dragons. They most likely selected this name.
They're not bad.
History, and we have some very strong
they're not bad
to this history. If you look at the Shandians, the Shandian sacrifice to the god they worshipped, who was the snake.
A little bitter at the end.
And although we don't know that Enel was a dragon, we do know that Enel was
I think it might be the eyes.
with lightning powers. I bet
But
your ears
the
perked
tail?
up at that. Yeah. This has been in the works. All of this leads to the conclusion that both in the past and currently,
Let's see. Sorry.
Good live today.
We're getting lots of stares. So far, we're the only ones that are wearing them around the park.
I really thought everyone would be doing this. No one.
Whereas Luffy was inexplicably able to conjure electricity, so it's fine. So Luffy and Loki, they have to share lightning attack names, and it would be fun if they started arguing about, no, I get to use the killer name, my attack is more worthy of that.
Okay, so we've been playing with the legs now for a little while, and when I have them on, they feel a little funny, and I don't necessarily feel like they're doing too much, but then as soon as I turn them off, I just feel like my body is so heavy. Like, it's like riding an e-bike versus a regular bike having to do so I think I'm sold. Look at this massive pillar. This feels like Avatar, at least the preview scenes that I've seen in the movie, because I haven't actually seen it, but this looks like the floating mountains.
Not the music they put.
So this area was first designated as a national park back in 1982, but apparently in 2010, after the movie...
Loki, they have to share lightning attack names, and it would be fun if they started arguing about, no, I get to use the killer name, my attack is more worthy of that. If Shanks is tying them together, it does kind of make sense, because it takes about a month.
This is perfect, guys. Woo!
Which is odd because Shanks was heading there right after Wano, which was weeks
Can you guys
ago.
see that color?
And the island that Bartolomeo was on was quite close by. And Shanks is also a dude who moves at speeds ridiculous enough to get
Mystical. But I will say I was excited to do some hiking, especially in these legs. And instead of like trails, it's just concrete steps and walkways. Plus they have these food stands, which are delicious and nice to have. But yeah, I just thought it would feel a little more natural. It's more just like a viewpoint is what I'm saying. So the legs were fun, but not totally necessary.
Did not expect to see this inside a national park.
is more worthy of that. If Shanks is tying them together, it does kind of make sense. Because it takes
Ladle.
have control over
So we're just gonna get cut.
when he extracted
And we're
On the world's longest high mountain cable car. It's almost 4.5 miles long, and that's going to take us back down into the valley. Oh, hey there.
Up we go. Oh, get out, babe. Oh, come here, little baby. Oh, I know. Wow.
Kara's not even singing.
Wow. Cheese. Do you want to see the view? Yeah. Hello. Have you ever been this high before? Juju? So fun. Juju. Oh, Juju. Definitely
This might be the highlight of the national park for the whole group. I will say, I do think these are the best views of the trip. It's so cool to be down in between the mountain because everywhere else we've just been looking down onto the mountains.
Oh, she has to go back. Thank you.
Well, that was absolutely beautiful, but not quite as much fun as the last cable car ride that we all did together in Jordan. So super majestic limestone cliffs, lots of crowds that make you feel a little bit like you're on a conveyor belt. 10 of 10 scenery, the elevator was amazing, way too many bus rides.
Everything was beautiful, but it would have been way less fun if we didn't have these things.
7.5.
Let me clarify. My experience was a 7 with the legs. But I'm saying if someone came to China just for this, just to go ride buses and like eat at McDonald's and look from a platform.
There was a McDonald's in the national park.
2.
You have to get around by bus. There's tons of people. I get car sick. There were way too many buses for me. That's why I couldn't give it a higher score than a 7.
The buses are pretty confusing as well. Like it's not very clear which way is which, and we got on a wrong bus at one point, rode somewhere, and then I turned around and go back. Yeah. The cable car down, honestly, I would take the elevator up and then go take the cable car
Doesn't
down.
the puppy give an extra point there?
Oh, puppy?
The puppy and the legs, it's at
Okay.
least a 6.
Okay, 6.
We are 17,000 steps in, and they're still going. The battery life on is very good. This is what happens if I just start walking in place, and then I let my legs just like flop around. It really like throws them.
Waiting in line for the shuttles, I just sat there and did this.
Alright. See you in the next one. This little bit off. Our next stop is the town of Furong, which is only about an hour and a half away from the Avatar Mountains, and this is why we chose to come here. Unfortunately, the team is now down to 2. We said goodbye to Charlie yesterday, but not before having an experience that we all ranked 10 out of 10. It was so good that it deserves its own video, and that's what you'll see next here on the channel. Also, this is our private balcony. This is a little hot spring hot tub over here, so this is definitely going to boost the rankings, but for now, let's go into town. Unfortunately, the team is really down to 1.5 because Kara's caught a cold, but it's our only evening in Furong, and she's pushing through, so if she has a little less enthusiasm than usual, don't hold it against the city.
My palate might be a little off because I've been down in the cough drops today. It's gonna be great. Where is everyone? I pictured this being a lot like Wangshan, like full of people, especially because you have to pay for a ticket just to get into the town. But it feels like it's just locals. There's all these beautiful shops with handmade bags and jewelry, and it just feels like real old China. I'm very pleasantly surprised.
I think we timed this perfect getting here at sunset because it is absolutely beautiful. But we've heard it just gets better once it gets dark. And the cool thing about Furong versus Wangshan is this actually is an ancient city. This town has been here for over 2,000 years. There is nowhere close to the amount of tourists that there was in Wangshan. Maybe they're all crowded around the waterfall, or maybe everybody gets here after dark when the city lights up, but so far it is a night and day difference.
What's up? What's up?
Thank you.
Alright, never mind.
I think we just hadn't quite made it to the center of town yet. We were on the outskirts. All of these people are trying to get us to come into their restaurants, but every single one of them look like they have an incredible view, so we will probably end up at one of these later tonight.
It's still a great town and beautiful. It's not what I was expecting. We just, yeah.
It's not the most impressive waterfall I've ever seen, but the fact that it's flowing out of a town is what makes it so cool.
It's like really perfect.
It is questionably perfect.
And after Wang Chong, I'm like, they're really good at building stuff that looks real that's not.
I will say, I think it looks better from the drone. This is what it looks like from eye level. So far, we haven't figured out how to get that view, but we just got here. We gotta go quick.
I was really excited about this trail that takes you behind the falls, but I didn't realize how wet it was gonna be.
We just gotta go fast through this first part. It's not as bad as it looks. Alright, this is pretty dang cool. Getting to walk behind the falls, and then look how beautiful the town is. It's something about the contrast that makes this so special. This viewpoint over here on the left side of the falls is probably the best way to take in the city and the waterfall combined. So cool.
Oh, his face is so fat. You guys get all the leftover noodles, huh? You're not stupid. You're not getting all the noodles. I did not realize they ate turtle in China.
Not a bad view for dinner. Okay, so this might be one of the most epic dinner spots we've ever had. This is one of those restaurants that they were trying to get us into earlier that we were annoyed by, and now we're pumped to be here.
Here, let's do this one. Okay. Alright, we looked up the delicacies of this area, and one of them is rice tofu. It basically looks like tofu, but kind of green and jiggly and made from rice. It comes in soup form with this beautiful red broth and tomatoes. It has the texture of tofu, but it tastes like rice. Also, they said it came with rice. They brought us this. What?
She asked us if we wanted 1 or 2 portions of rice. Can you imagine if we had 2 of those services? Also, no matter how the food tastes here, it's a 10 of 10 meal because I've had so much fun just watching the lights change as it's gotten darker. It's without a doubt the most incredible view that I've ever had from a table.
The second dish that this area is known for is something called sweet and sour noodles. So we sat down to order. I tried to Google Translate. We would like sweet and sour noodles. It just said we don't have it on the menu, but we can make it. So I feel really special.
Start simmering. We're gonna pick up. The next part, what we're doing, we're gonna be making dashi. We're gonna be using
If Luffy is actually
kombu.
it's also
We're gonna be using
In fact,
bonito flakes, and then we're gonna be throwing some of these little anchovies as well to build up that taste.
and it's dependent on what Loki
And we're just gonna bring it to a simmer. We're not going to let this fucking bring to a boil. We don't want that scum. We want a simmer, and once it starts simmering, we're gonna pick up the scum that collects on top. So first step, I'm gonna put some water in here, put it on the stove. Leave it simmering for and then we're going to add some of these anchovies. Not too much though, I don't really want too pungent.
Luffy was explicitly able to conjure electricity, so it's fine. So Luffy and Loki, they have to share lightning attack names, and it would be fun if they started arguing about, no, I get to use the killer name, my attack is more worthy of that. If Francis timeline together, it does kind of make sense, because it takes
ladle.
have control over
So we're just gonna get cut.
when he extracted
And we're
the
gonna-
nightmare creation from these
Cool. This I won't cut. Cool. That one is done. I have 4 more to do. Let's see. Oh shit, wait, I was supposed to make someone. Go on Messenger. I was supposed to respond to him yesterday, but I was at the doctor's yesterday, most of the day. Let's see, where's this at?
For drinks because I think it was the best view in the whole city. Unfortunately, I have no idea what the name of it was, but if you look for the solar system on the roof from down below, maybe you can find it. Also, the meal was a grand total of $20, so still not bad. That's where we ate. That one right there with the blue ceiling. Okay, we're up above the waterfall now, and this town is beautiful from every single angle. One thing that we found in the two
I was definitely.
And I was talking here. Stand when you're cutting. So stand when you're cutting. You're gonna stand up straight, and you are going to kind of come at it from a boxing angle. Your left foot forward, right foot back, and you're gonna just go like that, kind of like just chop it and pull. So I'm bringing it close to me.
There's plenty of people in this world who have the power of a giant, and even far beyond that, but they don't necessarily have the spirit of one. And it could also be a blend of both. Elbaf giants may not necessarily see a distinction between spirit and physical power, so they could very well see Usopp as being on the same level.
So it's not the best. So we have different sizes. But that's the general.
that turn into? I think I get the general idea. But look, I don't know if Haradin or many of the other giants view strength.
We're gonna see how it goes with this knife.
Earlier on in the arc, when we did the whole Rogue Legoland stuff, it revealed that Rogue's philosophy, at least at the time,
Take out
was
the
that,
ugly ones.
giants that need to be strong, punch strong, but there is a whole different sector of Elbathian philosophy. Because sure, the logic for this argument would be that Haradin was the one to raise Usopp into the air on Dressrosa and catapult him into godhood, but Haradin also saw exactly what happened with Usopp.
And so for this one, we're gonna stand a particular way as well. There's a way that you're supposed to stand when you're cutting. You're gonna stand up straight. You're gonna stand up straight. There's a way that you're supposed to stand when you're cutting. There's a way. Well, there's a way that you're supposed to stand when you're cutting. You're gonna stand up straight, and you are going to kind of come at it from a boxing angle. Your left foot forward, right foot back, and you're gonna just go like that, kind of like just chop it and pull. So I'm bringing it close to me.
There's plenty of people in this world who have the power of a giant, and even far beyond that, but they don't necessarily have the spirit of one. And it could also be a blend of both. Elbaf giants may not necessarily see a distinction between spirit and physical power. So they could very well see Usopp as being on the same level.
So it's not the best. So we have different sizes, but that's the general gist of it, right? So that's what we're gonna be doing for a while the chicken stews.
So again, it would be really good if there was a way to showcase that on an man on the internet. The rejected Kaido design seems to have been used for Killian's hybrid form. So this is referring to the Road to Laugh Tale booklet series, which showed us a lot of Oda's design process, specifically during Wano. And at one point, Kaido's hybrid form was going to prioritize more of his draconic elements, with a slender long neck that St. Killian is now inherited with his ability. Diagram at the very peak of Mount Stupid, because Zoro doesn't even understand 1% of what it takes You can never beat me. I'll show you a world that no two
we're going
human.
to kind of come at it from a boxing angle. Your left foot forward, right foot back, and you're gonna just go like that, kind of like just chop it and pull. So I'm bringing it close to me.
To this is the
rinse these off,
which can only be performed by someone with 6 arms and the charm.
So these are gonna be getting washed. for a good minute. We're gonna want to, what we want to do is wash off the slime from these, right? So let me just clean off this real quick.
And so against Harkshan, Zoro had to defeat his own previous misguided fate by actually channeling a fraction of the skill, drive, and spirit to walk the path of the world of Satan. But he had to do so while
it from a boxing angle, your left foot forward, right foot back, and you're gonna just go like that, kind of like just chop it and pull. So bring it close to me to rinse these off.
which can only be performed heavily between
You see all that chlorophyll coming out?
Zoro's next skill testing Mr. Wyman down the road. More memorable.
These are the good ones.
Zoro didn't do that breakdown.
Ugly ones.
That's because Zoro didn't know. He probably didn't care.
Horrible cuts. It's a lot better.
As it was a journey to push further and further into the second and third order universes. Zoro and Pete.
Hello?
Hello, this is Rhonda Robinson. Is this Miss Barriette?
Yes, this is her.
Okay, so I'm the lady that called you the other day from the VA, and we were going to talk about your experience you had at the VA.
Yeah.
Do you have time to talk?
Yeah, I do. I guess my question is like, because I had someone else call me about the same thing, calling for the ER as well, and
Yeah, the main ER call you, and then I deal with the people who register you.
okay. I guess I'm just. Is there a way that everyone can just kind of like get on the same call, and then we can say it? Cause like, you know, it's just it's just kind of inconvenient to having to say the same story to like 3 different people. Like the last conversation was like an hour long, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. So, with this everything that like we talked about, but I mean I can try to go through it quickly, but that's why I said like if you just read the report.
Yeah, well, I was calling you back from the other day because you weren't able to talk to me. I didn't know they were going to be still calling you.
Yeah.
So I could just put in the note that you have already spoken with someone, and I will have to, we won't have to revisit it because I don't want you to have to keep doing it over and over.
I mean, I spoke to someone from the trauma department. It seems like every department is trying to call me.
Yeah, because when you put it in, it went all over the hospital. And
Yeah.
I hate that because because you, like you said, you're getting too many phone calls. And I don't want you to have to keep explaining it. So I'll just wait till they write their report, and then I'll read it, and then I'll comment off of it. And if I need to talk to you anymore to get anything from you or tell you I'm going to fix something, I'll let you know.
Okay, thank
I don't
you.
want you to have to keep going through it over and over, okay?
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but like it took me like 4 days to write that paper. Like it took me a long time to write it, and I spoke to like the lady from radiology kind of like about it as well, and just the radiology part, like I said, took like about an hour, and so like if I'm gonna have to explain it to like every department, which is fine, I'd rather we just kind of like get all on the same page, and I like say it like maybe like we're all on the same Zoom call or something, because like you know.
So I won't have you go back over it. I'll just wait till they write their report, and then I'll just read over it, and I'll take some of the information and just reply to it, and then they'll send out one reply to you, okay?
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. You take care of yourself, okay?
You as well, ma'am. And I really do appreciate you taking the time to call me and stuff like that. And I hope that I didn't come off any type of way. But I appreciate you.
All right. You take care, okay?
You as well. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Zoro is 2 orders of magnitude beyond, and it's a...
Damn, I just realized that was all on fucking chat. I need to do a better job at remembering, because that was personal. I didn't say too much though, but thankfully I didn't, because I would have forgot that this shit was on.
Now that it was Pika who was Zoro's opponent for the showcase today,
And there's Chewie, where Dave will order a harness. And everything else.
I want to take a nap.
planet, but mentally and spiritually, Zoro is 2 orders of magnitude beyond.
And there's Chewie, where Dave will order a harness.
Lands filled with demons, soul stealers, diseases, colossal shadow monsters, literal incarnations of hell.
I can make a small version of the chamushi today, so that we.
What you need to do is sail over a mountain, which is even more difficult than it sounds.
And
because in
then-
order to simply reach the entrance of Reverse Mountain, you need to navigate through a perpetual typhoon, and if you sail over a mountain, which is even more difficult than it sounds.
And
because in
then-
order to simply reach the entrance of Reverse, built them on this extremely volatile channel. In this area, Ed War, a patch of ocean that functions as a colossal eddy, which is a volatile circular flow of water, which is of ocean that functions as a safe from the world itself. It doesn't make sense to use calm belts by lining the bottom of their ships with sea stone, which essentially masks the presence of Linus Rayleigh swam through the calm belt to get to Amazon Lily, but to the best of my knowledge, you are not so Rayleigh and you'll probably
negotiate with the brands back and forth. Do you know how long negotiation takes so that we can get paid what we get paid?
I do, because I do it too. It's not just you.
Once in a while, when I say, oh my gosh, babe, we've got 500 emails in our thingy because
we have split responsibilities within the business. We split.
No, we don't.
I cannot do everything. You cannot do everything. That's why
I'm not having
split
that.
things.
Every single time we did a video idea that I said to do, it works. I got us a video that hit 1 million views, 22 million views. So just take everything that I do. Sorry, I'm shouting. Sorry.
Have you ever?
There's frustration.
That's what it is. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
But what if I started doing crazy stuff out of frustration? That'd be very wrong, right? If I started.
You raise your voice as well. It's just
I don't think I've raised my voice.
It might not impact Lily quite in the same way as it impacts you.
Exactly. Okay.
You can handle it. You can't handle heat.
But it's a different story. If the men starts not being able to handle themselves. Good thing that I can handle myself.
Yeah, and I can handle anything. That's why I'm handling this conversation so easy.
Before you decide on marriage, why are you two even together? Let's have a think about that.
Good afternoon, lady.
Do you know where my compass went?
You know, I can call back later. Come on, Dewey.
We are proud for you.
And all of China. The overall views of
Put it right here.
Are going to freak out when you see my bag.
Should I be nervous?
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh my gosh. Does it still look like that?
Yeah.
Did you know?
No.
Did they lift you? I don't think that's good.
So this is what it looked like.
That That's crazy.
It kind of makes me sick. I thought I wanted to drive cafe and I don't anymore.
And that was before the cafe.
What happened there?
The squash shop.
What is that?
I'm not sure.
Did she like rub a stick down your back? This is not okay.
I had a feeling they would have that reaction because I almost had that much of a reaction and I love this stuff. Okay, so here's what happened.
Be careful signing up for things you don't know what they are. I cannot get over this. This was your relaxing spa day.
It was amazing. So first she gives me a full body hour-long.
Nori sauce first.
She starts going up and down my back, like pretty aggressively.
Nori sauce first. And then, yeah, we're gonna measure out this dashi that we have because it is cooled down enough now.
Discover the sinister. Discover the sinister secret behind creation. I don't quite know how soul mass works in real life, but in the One Piece world, your soul is the greatest masterpiece. So my soul, you have no friend.
Sugar. Sugar. Sugar.
Referred to as the most dangerous person. However, you do at least have some chance of surviving. That's not true of everyone, and frequently some of the most truly terrifying locations can be some.
I'm gonna take a break. I am not feeling well right now. I am not feeling well. Take a break.